អូខេគ្នាយើងសួស្តីទាំងអស់គ្នាអូខេសុខសប្បាយចិត្តទេទាំងអស់គ្នាណាអញ្ចឹង4ដូចជា4ផាតរួចជាស្រេចណាគឺយើងបានបញ្ចប់សម្រាប់រឿងមួយនេះណាអញ្ចឹងចំណុចនេះគឺជាចំណុចបញ្ចប់ណាគឺជាផាតបញ្ចប់នៃរឿង portion របស់យើងទៅហើយណាអូខេគឺ episode 5ចុងក្រោយគេណាអញ្ចឹងយើងបញ្ចប់ត្រឹម episode 5នឹងឯងណាចឹងខ្ញុំសង្ឃឹមថាគ្នាយើងនឹងបានគ្នាយើងនឹងបានទទួលនៅអឺការយល់ពាក់ព័ន្ធជាមួយរឿងនឹងមួយចំនួនបានច្រើនដែរណាគួរសមហើយណាអូខេតោះអញ្ចឹងយើងចូលផាតចុងក្រោយរបស់យើងអូខេ the question part episode 5 about Harry being very refined when I saw that button. Apart from the button, there was nothing on his stomach. He pulled the sheet back faster than, and when we had uncovered his leg and feet, we let the sheet drop over the end of the bed on the floor. Don't move, Gandabai said. Don't move, Mr. Pope. Uh, and he began to pee around along the sides of Harry's body and under his leg. We must be careful, he said. It may be anywhere. It could be up the leg of his pajamas. When Gandabai said this, Harry quickly raised his head from the pillow and looked down at his legs. It was the first time he had moved. Then suddenly he jumped up, stood on his bed, and shook his legs one after the other violently in the air. At that moment, we both thought he had been bitten, and Gandabai was already reaching down into his back for a scalpel and a tourniquet. When Harry ceased his capering and stood still and looked at the mattress he was standing on, uh, shouted shouted, "It's not there!" Gandabai straightened up, and for a moment he too looked at the mattress. Then he looked up at Harry. Harry was all right. He hadn't been beaten, and now he wasn't going to get beaten, and he wasn't going to be killed, and everything was fine. But that didn't seem to make anyone feel any better. Mr. Pope, you are of course quite sure you saw it in the first place? There was a note of sarcasm in Gandabai's voice that he would never have employed in ordinary circumstances. You don't think you might possibly have been dreaming, do you, Mr. Pope? The way Gandabai was looking at Harry, I realized that the sarcasm was not seriously intended. He was only easing up a bit after the strain. Harry stood on his bed in his striped pajamas, glaring at Gandabai, and the color began to spread out over his cheeks. Are you telling me I'm a liar? He shouted. Gandabai remained absolutely still, watching Harry. Harry took a peck up forward on the bed, and there was a shining look in his eyes. Why, you dirty little Hindu sewer rat! Shut up, Harry, I said. You dirty black. Harry, I called. Shut up, Harry. Ah, it was terrible, the things he was saying. Gannaby went out of the room as though neither of us was there, and I followed him and put my arm around his shoulder as he walked across the hall and out of the balcony. Don't you listen to Harry, I said. These things made him so he doesn't know what he's saying. We went down the steps from the balcony to the drive and across the drive in the darkness to where his old Morris car was parked. He opened the door and got in. You did a wonderful job, I said. Thank you for so much. Thank you so very much for coming. All he needs is a good holiday, he said quietly. Without looking at me, then he started the engine and drove off. Okay, this is the end of the portion ណាអញ្ចឹងយើងបញ្ចប់ហើយរឿង portion របស់យើងណាអូខេអញ្ចឹងទាំងអស់គ្នាណាមើលហើយអានឲ្យបានប្រយ័ត្នប្រយែងបកប្រែក៏ដូចជាព្យាយាមរកពើពាក្យពិបាកមួយចំនួនណាអូខេ take note ទុកណាយើងនឹងធ្វើសំណួរទាំងអស់គ្នាណាអូខេ thank you. See you in next video with next story. Thank you very much.